Hi, I'm Brian Wolter of Lucky 13 Foods, and you're watching Let's Talk Local at 216 Creator Studios. Make sure to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons, and turn on your notifications so you never miss an episode.
Welcome back, everybody, to another excellent episode of Let's Talk Local. If you like what you see here today, make sure to go to YouTube, 216 Creator Studios, like, share, subscribe, ding that bell for the future notifications. Always appreciate the support. Mr. Kent Jones hosting today. Kent, how you been, bud?
Absolutely excellent. Blessed. And hey, take two. Hopefully this time, instead of just looking at the two wonderful people here on this video podcast, that you can hear us. It was a great conversation.
It was great. I mean, I think it was even better than they'll ever know.
If you could read lips, it was a great episode.
Right?
It was the best one we ever did.
I totally agree. You just did some security. Something local here. Talk about that.
Yeah, so absolutely. I'd love to donate some time. Work security at the McHenry Music Festival over the past weekend. From when we're recording this, I think there was like 30,000 people over the 3 days. Top quality talent. And here's the cool thing: is proceeds from that goes right back to the community. This year, I believe it's going to help update the skate park and get the haunted hayride or something.
Oh, that's awesome.
Some trail, right?
Nice.
Which is really cool. We got a splash pad from that. Raised money for our first splash pad in town, so that everybody in the community can enjoy hot days with their kids and family. Updated the river walk, put a band shell. Just amazing stuff for the community. All going back to the community, which I absolutely love, and that's what Let's Talk Local is all about: is community build and letting people know what's happening in the community.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Let's Talk Local, since we've created it, we're growing fast.
Yeah.
And, we always say, listen, if you don't want to spend the membership fee and put your sponsorship dollars where they belong.
Absolutely.
We're here for you. Let's Talk Local. Your podcast is free. It's just about getting that awareness. We like to drop that rock in the pond, let those ripples go out to get awareness for you. Come help build relationships with us as well. We're having a great time doing it.
Yeah. The podcast is free. You have to pay for sound, though, and that's
extra. That's $12,000 for sound.
That's it. No, we laugh because we're sitting here again with Alex from HomeTown Hug, and this time they'll hear our conversation, which is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely love what you're doing. If you need more information about HomeTown Hug, you can reach out to us here at 216. Just put info at 216creatorstudios.com and just put HomeTown Hug in there, and we'll make sure that Alex gets it. Right now, your website, hometownhug.com, is being reconstructed and reworked. So if you go to hometownhug.com, you won't see anything because it's under construction.
Correct. Right.
Their Facebook's really crushing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like, follow, subscribe out there on Facebook because it's great stuff, and she will learn, highlight so many local
and you can click on that in the description as well as you look below your screen there.
Yep.
That's facebook.com/p/hometown hug, hometown-hug. And check them out. They're doing great things. As you can see, man, look at that basket in the background. It's amazing.
Cool. So, Alex, this is your business. This is what you do. Tell us a little bit about HomeTown Hug and what you do.
Perfect. Thank you. So I appreciate you guys having me here. First off,
Second time.
the second time, we're gonna try it with sound.
Welcome
That's
back.
right.
Yeah. No, first was just like the trial run.
That's right.
So really, what we do actually is we are a marketing company. We partner with local businesses, as you can see here. We curate a welcome gift to new homeowners. So we take all of the information that we've received from all the businesses, we put it in a collective basket, and we deliver it to new homeowners when they move in. So this is all of McHenry County, the businesses.
Yeah.
And so they'll get, it'll look a little bit different than this as what the homeowners get, but essentially there's information on all kinds of things.
I'm just trying to peek a little bit here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the Foxhole Pub. I love those guys. Northern Illinois Windows have done a lot of work with us here at 216 Creator Studios. I mean, look at the size of this thing, and it is a serious basket. It's
Yeah.
not like a cheap Easter basket that,
No,
that you
it's,
get.
I mean,
right?
it's some work, but yeah, like this is again like our display, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of information in here, to help. Really, the goal is to help homeowners find their way in their community, whether it's restaurants or trades, or we provide community books. We have a list of post office, the DMV, like all that kind of, city information. Because really, like when you move, you need to know, what's around you, not just, I can go get a free pizza, which is great, but, I need to change my license. Where do I go?
Have any of these businesses given you a list for the junk drawer? Like what should be in the junk drawer? Like 4 dead AA batteries, a
right.
piece of string?
Yeah. No.
Maybe we should do that.
We can talk about it. Yeah. We get
17 phone chargers that don't work in any phone you have.
Exactly. They burn your phone out.
That's right.
We get essentially there's free stuff or like Northern Illinois Window. There's a nice clip. We get mugs from Innovative Home Concepts, pens.
Yeah.
Mike's Auto in Spring Grove. He gives us Oreo cookies, which
Everybody
usually
loves.
Yeah, and if there's kids, usually they're like, "Mom, I want the cookies."
right.
So it's just a bunch of different information. Just to really help the new homeowners, and that's our goal.
I love it. Now, we're going to step back a second because what I get excited about are people's passion, right? So give us a little bit about your background. Is this something you've always done? Is it, what's your background and why did you go this way?
So I was in corporate essentially my whole working career. I ended up in my last position was director of operations for a manufacturing company, and I just wanted time. Like I really wanted to be able to have control of my time. We had some family situations that I wanted to be able to, be available for my mom, for to take her to the doctor, things like that, without having to answer to somebody else. So I took all of that knowledge that I've gained over the last, couple of years.
Right.
And just like my love of people and always being one of these connector type people, and found this opportunity through a friend of mine, and I just ran with it. I quit my job and started doing this, and we just celebrated a year back in June of deliveries. I mean, I love it. I just can't.
So you left a really nice salary. I mean, you were up on the high dive and just like, I'm going in. Hope there's water.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, we all know what that's like. We've all been in that space. When you don't live to work, right? Life is more than just work. It's just part of life. And when you work in a corporate space, you're under somebody else's realm.
Yeah.
And so, there's always risk. But you found what your passion was, and you now you're building your passion to be your new life, and
Right.
which is fantastic, and that's a scary move, security. Everybody's, oh man, I can't let go because of that security. And listen, director of operations for a manufacturing company, that shortens your lifespan.
Hey.
You know what I mean?
Right.
The stress alone.
And she's only 23.
Right? Yeah.
But she is. She is. Good call.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, no, I mean, I learned a lot, throughout my career, and I don't really have any regrets,
Yeah.
but I'm just much more happier,
Yeah.
doing something that I can control, meeting people that are wonderful people, local business owners, you guys, and McHenry County I found is like very much about community, and everybody is really willing to help, and it's unique. I've never seen anything like this anywhere else I've ever lived. It's just like I can't
Yeah.
imagine being in a different place.
I think it's cool. Your entire marketing idea is brilliant, right? It's not like getting a billboard, spending a ton of money, perhaps on something that you never see return on.
Right.
This is you're having conversations with business owners and decision makers and saying, hey, you let me market you this way.
Correct.
Right.
And it's 100% guaranteed to end in a person's hand.
Right.
Right.
Because we don't. Our business model basically is we deliver the basket, but we need to talk to the homeowner.
Yeah.
We don't just leave it.
Yeah, here's with the 6-year-old. Hey, here
Yeah,
you go.
hey, right,
Tell mom
yeah.
we stopped by.
Right. So we drop it off. We talk to the homeowner. We explain the businesses, ask questions. If they need references, that kind of thing. So we're really doing I feel like I'm an ambassador for the businesses. So.
Oh, that's cool.
And I've also been called the cheapest salesperson. So, but I mean, that's okay too. I think because we have a collective basket, we can be moderate about the fees that we charge the businesses. Part of our whole program is that when we're talking to the homeowners, we're also gathering information. So what the businesses get back, part of their ROI, is not just me, going there and hoping that they get some business, but we do deliver them an Excel form with all the homes that we went to, with that information, the contact information, stuff like that. So they have like warm leads.
Sure.
So
Wonderful. Yeah, talk
we're
to Bill
always-
and Susie Smith and,
Right, and-
whatever.
Right, and so if they wanted a new roof, I'd, email Courtney and say, hey,
Yep.
this house, they're looking for like an estimate on a roof. So, and then she'll still get that list at the end of the month to follow up.
Yeah. So you've been doing this for how long, did you say?
Our first delivery happened last June.
So June of 24.
Correct.
And how many of these baskets have you delivered in the?
So June, July, August, we're over 800.
Wow.
Yeah.
800
Probably
in
close to 900 now.
about a year and a quarter,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, 60. We delivered the 60. My math is
a lot
not
of
right
work.
right now, but
Yeah.
over 60. We deliver to 60 homes every month.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
So 2 a day.
Yeah.
On average.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of work. There's a lot of expense in there. I mean, there's driving,
driving
gas, all that.
around.
Well, it's a proven model.
It
It's
is.
a proven business model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your first year in, that's what you're already doing. Sky's the limit, really.
Yeah, that's what I feel. Like we're not limited because what you need as a homeowner is different than what you need and what they need.
Yeah.
But everybody has a need. It's not just hey, where's my DMV, which we all need because we have to change our license. But if you have a house that needs some remodeling or
Maybe a water heater.
yeah, right. Or maybe you need, a place that needs, you're a nail person, you
Yeah.
need your nails done.
I need a good barber.
Yes, right?
I said just a little off the top.
Yeah, you better have a conversation
We
with
both go to
them.
the same barber.
But, so there's, if you, I feel like if you're B2C, we can work together because there's some homeowner that will need.
So,
your service.
because your clients are business owners, I imagine the first few they were looking at you like, huh?
Oh, yeah, a little bit. Because it's like when I was new, it's like I know what I want to do,
Yeah.
and then just kind of finding the right partners to start with, I think helped my journey, because I had, the confidence from them, like, hey, we trust you, we believe in you. And now, just, being in the community and going to, probably 1,000 different events in the last year,
Yeah.
Definitely helps too. So I've met so many business owners, so many people, and now, it's easy for me because I've been doing it and I understand the process a little better and, more confidence in doing it.
And I think that's wonderful. And right now, for those who are listening and looking, right now it's McHenry County.
Correct.
That's where. So it's not just a city. I mean, you're covering a county with over 150,000 households
There's
or
almost-
whatever.
Yeah, I think last I looked, there was almost 400,000 in
400,000.
McHenry County.
Yeah.
So, we're from Richmond, we deliver Richmond to Algonquin,
Yeah.
Crystal Lake, Woodstock.
To Marengo.
Yeah, basically the whole quadrant. We haven't hit Huntley yet, but
yeah.
but everywhere pretty much.
Well, they split. They're
Yeah.
they're in two counties. They're
Well,
such
listen, as a business owner, a lot of business owners, they send kids out to hang those things on doors.
Yeah.
And you're paying for that.
Right.
This is a little bit more of a warm and fuzzy. So how many times you get that door knock or your doorbell, and it's the young kid on the Segway or something sitting at your door.
Right.
And I usually answer my door now and go, roof, siding, lawn, or bugs, or solar. Which one? And they're all the
That's
same, right?
awesome.
But now you get a basket. You just moved in. As a business owner, I want to be in that basket. It's going to be a warm and fuzzy to a resource person
Right.
that's a relationship builder that's going to deliver my brand
Right.
with class, not just, hey, door hang and then garbage. Door hang and garbage.
Right.
So it's worth the money.
Correct.
100% worth the money. And on the opposite side of that, moving into an area and being new to the area, and just like that, like I don't know where to begin. We didn't shop yet, so let's get a pizza.
Right.
All of a sudden, here comes you with this giant basket filled with options of everything.
Right.
And then a phone number to get a hold of you and be like, hey, by the way, do you know where I can? I mean, listen, that's what a chamber's supposed to do.
Yeah.
So you're rocking it. I absolutely love what you're doing.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm just looking at the amount of stuff that's in
I know.
this basket. So in a basket, how many businesses have you averaged that out, or like?
I know, like, throughout the whole county, we're at just about 50 businesses. We also partner with almost 20 nonprofits. So we're also doing a community service because
Yeah.
I feel like I would love to get more involved with nonprofits. But right now, I just, have to figure out the time thing. So what I decided to do was just partner with them
Yeah.
and, get their information, and we put it in the basket. So not only do the homeowners have just regular resources, but they have information on nonprofits. So if they want to donate or they want to volunteer or, whatever it is, it's a great way for them to get involved.
And that's why you're here. We're nonprofit, not by choice, but yeah, no.
Right, that's our business model.
That's right. That's
Nice,
right.
yeah. So there's a lot of information in the baskets, and really, the goal, obviously every month,
Yeah.
our goal is to keep growing. But we really just want to help those homeowners, and
But I'm looking at this too, and it's not just like get your tires checked or whatever. Right up front here, I'm seeing Rita's. Take the whole family there. I mean,
Yeah.
I've never had a bad experience at Rita's,
No, you
and
can't.
you're just like, oh my gosh, it's so good.
yeah,
and
and we give
it's
them like free coupons for
Yeah.
Rita's, so they can go try. That's the whole goal, is to get people to a location, to try a service,
Yep.
to try a food, and then it's up to the business really
Mm-hmm.
to keep that relationship. But they've been around. All of these businesses are vetted. They're I know the owners. I like all the
Yeah.
owners. I trust all the owners. So that's part of it too. Is that we have relationships with them.
So I'm new in the neighborhood. You walk up to my house.
Yeah.
You knock on the door, and I answer. I'm like, yes,
Right.
and you go, ta-da! I
Yeah.
mean, what do you?
Right. So I do have to say that when I walk up, people give me a lot of kind of a very questioning look because they think I'm selling them something.
Yes.
They don't know who I am. They're new. They're like, "Who? I don't know you. Who are
Even
you?"
the neighbors probably giving you
It's the
side eye.
neighbor.
Yeah,
today.
I get people.
Little mystery.
Yeah, right. I do get people from across the street kind of watching to make sure, like, who's going to the new neighbor. But when I walk up, I just basically tell them, "Hey, I'm Alex with HomeTown Hug. We got notice you recently moved in. We just have a free welcome basket for you. Can I have a couple minutes of your time to go through the basket?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure." And then, we just kind of go through. I ask them if they have any projects they're working on. We have that conversation. And then usually by the end, I've had people want to hug me.
Yeah.
They want to pay me. And I was like, no, it's all free. So it goes from this very questioned side-eye look
Yeah.
to a very, big smiles. And this is so wonderful. And I've never had it, because it's an old concept, but come back.
So you when they move in, you're there about how fast after they move in?
We our goal is to get there within 30 days.
Okay.
So
they've been there a little bit.
Yeah, if they moved in, say right now we're delivering to people who moved in August. So it could be if they moved at the end of August and they got a basket. It could be a week. It could be 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It just
And even if they're just moving across town, they probably don't know
right.
3/4 of what's in this basket.
Or even if they did, would you not want a free pizza?
Absolutely.
Or, you know what I'm saying? So,
Absolutely.
So even if they're like, yeah, we just moved from this side of town to this side of town, okay, so maybe some of the community information you don't need, but all this other information, free things, discounts.
And in today's world, I moved back in 2021, and I'm not shy, but I know all my neighbors, right? Except for maybe 2 of them.
Yeah.
But it seems like when you move into a neighborhood, you know the people on either side of your property line. You don't necessarily know the people across the street. You don't know the people 4 doors down, right? You may
Right.
wave them as you walk by, but you've never even walked down. In the olden days, you knew everybody on the street. Everybody on the street watched out for your kids, did all that kind of stuff. So you come in, and where I may be uncomfortable in my new move, because I wave over there at Drew as I'm mowing the lawn, like, and he's like,
Right.
Never had a conversation. I'm like, this guy. There goes the neighborhood. The cool thing is, and I didn't know that you did this, is like, I thought maybe you just dropped and ran, like, gotta go.
Yeah.
And
no.
I go through it myself, but you actually sit and go, hey, man, here is $20 off Advanced Auto Clinic, and here's where these people do, and you're going to talk with Mike over there. So you really build a great relationship. How many times have you dealt with people in these 800 homes that go, I had no idea we had that?
Probably 793 of them.
Right.
People, they don't know. And I know that there used to be an old company that did something similar. It was a neighborhood welcome.
Yeah, it was a wagon of something.
Yeah, some sort of, And so even people that are a little bit older who are like, hey, we've moved 3 times to McHenry County, we've never gotten a basket. I'm like, well, I'm sorry,
Right.
we're relatively new. So, it happens all the time. Like, they're like, I didn't even know this was a thing. This is amazing. We really
Right.
appreciate it. This is so nice. Like, we can, as I'm going through, there's people putting stuff aside. We're going to go check this out. We're going to check this out. We need this.
That's not this.
Yeah.
That's so cool. How many repeats? I've moved 4 times just to get this basket.
Yeah. You'll get 4 baskets, right?
Right.
Yeah. No, if it doesn't matter,
Yeah.
if as long as you move, and we do have some standards on, who we deliver to as
Sure.
far as like single family homes. And then there's some price points in there. But, if you moved 4 times and, you might get 4 baskets, but you
Right.
could be on this side or on that side
Right.
or this town, that town.
So you really kind of you feather it out, like, okay, you're on the south side, kind of between Crystal Lake and McHenry, so I'm going to give you stuff
Right.
that fits that. You're not just
Exactly.
like, well, here you go. There's one, over in Harvard, which is 45 miles away.
Right.
Yeah.
So we do have our delivery territories broken into
Wow, that's
2
a lot of work,
zones.
sister.
Yeah.
Man.
It becomes a system. So,
Sure. Well, sure.
so we have a north and a south, and essentially McHenry, the town is the division. So McHenry north to Richmond to the state line, and then south all the way down to Lake in the Hills and out is the south one. So you want to make sure that, like you said, things are relevant in their area. Some of the things, service techs, because they go to you. It doesn't matter for like the businesses for that side, but like restaurants, things like that. Unless it's like some extra famous restaurant, they're usually more centralized or local to where you live.
Yeah, you're not necessarily going to give a downtown or a Green Street restaurant to somebody over in Woodstock, perhaps. You may, but there's a lot of businesses in Woodstock. I'm sure you do business with too. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So
makes sense.
Yeah. So we do have like some thought behind, how it's divided and who gets what.
Right. And that's what it's so brilliant, right? It's because as Cappuccino said a little bit earlier, you're gonna pay some teenagers to whip around. Usually they end up throwing it in a ravine anyway. Yep, got it done. Draw it in the box, right? Or go around. And I remember back in the day when we had telephone books, you would get the telephone book cover.
Yep.
So is it like that? Is it like, oh, nope, you're the only attorney that we're putting in here?
Correct.
Yeah.
So we do have exclusivity on businesses because it doesn't. For me, it like
B&I basket.
Yeah, because it's right because it's if I have 12 carpenters, I'm not helping anybody except for myself, and that's not really the right thing to do. So we do have exclusivity on certain trades, things like that, because our goal is to really give business to somebody who's supporting me and also who we like, know, and trust and is vetted. And then, as a homeowner, you're not trying to figure out who do I call because you have a name. Like you can at least start with that name and then, kind of go from there. But we give them the guidance, we give them the direction. Yeah,
that's, I think it's so needed in today's world. Right. Because how many people get blasted with emails or click here and you go down a rabbit hole, and here it's like, no, hey, here's who I'm working with, and when you stop there at Foxhole, try their bloppity blop. Right. You're going to love it, right? Hey, if you got food allergies, you let them know, whatever. Right. And it's so needed that because sometimes when you Google or whatever, you don't know, and there's no relationship built behind that. Exactly. Now, do you get people to call you to go, hey, you know what, I misplaced a thing and you had talked about that, do you still have one of those? Yeah, I do get on occasion people will call me. I just got an email the other day about somebody had some other work being done in the house and this worker needed work. Do I have a reference on an electrician or a plumber? That's awesome. And I was like, yeah, for sure. So, and I would say on average, maybe like once a month, twice a month, we get a homeowner after, because, they're kind of new in their house trying to figure out what they need. They'll call me and say, hey, I need a reference for, whatever. Carpeting.
This new company. So, or new project. Yeah. So, it's, I would love it if they called every day. Sure. That's what I want. I want to be like the local go-to. Instead of you Googling and getting a list, call me, so I can supply you with that vendor. As Drew said, we'll go check your local chamber, and they set you in front of a bunch of business cards, and you got to be like, right. Yeah, I mean, that's just, so we just help the homeowners, eliminate all that, like not knowing, right? Because we're giving them a specific name for a specific industry. I love that. Yeah. Thank you. I love that. I think it's so refreshing, coming out of 2020 and how weird the world has turned.
to your anxiety goes up because somebody's at your door with a thing.
Yeah.
You're like, I didn't order that.
Right.
You know,
right.
that's not a blue smiley thing, right? I mean, everybody gets those every day. But you know, when you walk up like this, and I love the baskets that you use as well, because that again is a decor. You know, people can use that for decoration or to re-gift it or whatever.
Magazines, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. So what's the next step? What's the next step for Hometown Hug?
I mean, the
Global hug.
right? Yeah, right. National hugs. I would like to get to a point where I can start, like, I can let McHenry County sort of do its own thing and start looking towards maybe Lake County or King County. But that's still a process. I need to,
Yep.
to get there. And I think part of it is that I need to find somebody like me that can talk to people. Because just to have somebody go and deliver a basket, it's fine, but it's not the same, right? Yeah.
Relationship builder.
Yeah,
Right,
for sure.
right.
Yeah, for sure.
My goal is really to just, to keep building the business, to grow it, to help more businesses and eventually get to like maybe a different county.
Yeah, I love it. Now, I wanted to ask this on our silent edition, and I didn't. So I'm going to ask.
Maybe you did though, and I just didn't hear it.
Yeah, right. Talk to me about the name Hometown Hug. How did you get there? What does it mean? Is it an acronym? What is it?
So I was just trying to find something that felt hometownish, right? Like, and then I was like, I have a little bit of like this ADD thing, and I wanted to like it had to kind of match. So it was like Hometown Hug,
Right.
like so,
Hometown High Five. Yeah.
Right. So I probably made a list of 100 different names going through. I like this, I like that, I don't like this. And then it was like, narrowed it down to a few, and then it was the next step was, okay, what's available online, right? Because
Yeah, of
you
course,
gotta make sure you have the website, which I know ours is under construction.
Under construction right now, but hang in there, folks.
Right. So that was part of it, and now the big joke is HTH, right? It's like, hey, HTH.
Human growth. Oh, no, yeah.
Yeah. So, there's that. I think it's just a feel that I had for the name, and I wanted something that really represented who we are and kind of what we're doing. So instead of like territories, we call it hug zones. So you have like a hug zone 1 and a hug zone 2.
It's welcoming.
It is.
And that's the whole goal, is to really just have it, be like a nice hug.
Absolutely. Several bad jokes just ran through my head
I
with
know.
hug zones, but that's that's just me.
Yeah, it's okay. We can talk about it later.
Yeah. We'll do that off the air.
Yeah, perfect.
Awesome. Anything else that you want everybody out there to know, or let them know how they can get in touch with you again? Follow, subscribe on Facebook, Hometown
Right.
Hug. Yeah.
Yep, Facebook, or they can reach me at hometownhug.com. Hometownhug@gmail.com. I'm on social media.
Yeah, and folks, stick around because we here at 216 are going to be doing some collaboration with Hometown Hug. It's going to be really,
Super
really cool.
excited about that.
This is such a blessing. It's so cool, and I say that not just for the homes that you're doing for the community, for small business owners who don't have the time necessarily to do what you're doing, to reach out there and hope that when they pop up on a search or something like that. But man, this is brilliant because this puts them right on the kitchen table, and
100%.
here
Yep.
it is.
Yep, exactly.
Which is so smart. But yeah, I can't thank you enough for coming back again. Right.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me again.
And before you leave, though, what we'll do is we'll just make sure that there's sound on this one. Right. But folks, I can't thank you enough for tuning in to another Let's Talk Local. Do yourselves a favor. If you own a business, a small business, reach out to Alex at Hometown Hug because her marketing concept and the direct hit that you're going to get with Alex is just absolutely, it's worth its weight in gold. And and you will see the ripples on impact for sure on that. So for all of us here at 216, Cap, you taking us out, or do you want me to take out? Who's?
No, listen, 216 Creator Studios, Let's Talk Local. Make sure you go to that YouTube, like, share, subscribe, ding the bell. Let's Talk Local, listen global.